Under medical, food and liquor, jewelry, art, clothing, hairdresser, and gifts. How's that?
That seems fine. What about animals?
Animals? Which animals are these?
Well, Mr. Johnson gave the president 4 cows.
You intend to keep them around here?
Oh, no. They're not official cows. I think at last count there were 3 calves and a bull. Well, perhaps we could go into beef production at Glen and that would be a good idea, wouldn't it?
Surely.
So how would we get a tax deduction on that?
Well, we'd have to keep accounting. Grass, hay, feed, veterans' bills. We seem to be spending more money on the horses than on the children. Is that right?
No, is that right? No, that can't be right. Well, there's riding accessories.
Yes, well, we can put that under clothing. Oh, there's the horse vacuum cleaner. I suppose we can put that under animals.
You know, I could trade in a few fur coats or something.
Oh, yes, we have to check out the clothing problem.
You see, that is not a problem for me.
The president thinks it is, for him.
Well, then we'll just have to cut down on things all around, won't we?
Well, that would certainly be helpful to me.
Yes? Well, we'll give it a try. Afternoon, gentlemen.
The local and the state police will do their duty and will be seen to do it. That's what we want.
With Bull Connor there, who wants him beaten until it looks like a bulldog chewed him up, he wants to see black blood. He's always wanted that.
How do you deal with a man like that? How do you appease a psychotic?
By not using force. Keep calm.
Oh, yeah. You know, and Patterson was a supporter of the Kennedy campaign. He was the first Southern governor to do so. He was with us.
And why isn't he answering your calls?
Oh, because he's changed his mind. The Klan supported his election. Now he's paying dues to them. Huh? Go down there, John. Right, you're a Southerner and a federal marshal. You talk to the Freedom Riders, calm them. Show them that we're with them any way you can.
Dripping sorghum and molasses?
Well, if you want.
Well, what do I say to Patterson to make him understand? As what?
Well, as he'd understand another Southerner. He doesn't understand me. Right? He doesn't understand the law. Explain the law to him. Explain decency.
Right.
You know, and tell the Freedom Riders that we're with them, that I support them, that the president supports them, that we're going to insist upon justice for Negroes and whites.
Okay.
You know, tell them that we're keeping our promises.
Right.
Governor Patterson's office again, please.
Governor Patterson, you are saying that the Freedom Riders are asking for trouble. Asking? Is that right, Governor?
The state of Alabama is not asking for this interference.
Have you spoken to the Attorney General?
He has not spoken to me.
Does he believe the Freedom Riders are asking for trouble?
I cannot be responsible for what the Attorney General believes. But you know as well as I know what these Freedom Riders believe. They follow Gandhi. They are saying, put on the pressure, create a crisis, and we will react. People of Alabama have reacted. And the state of Alabama cannot be responsible for the safety of fools. As for Mr. Robert Kennedy, you have to ask him about his beliefs. You ask him.
Excuse me, as a white man?
As Attorney General. As a white man, if you like, if it makes a good news story.
Why does Hoover consider me a degenerate? Tell me.
I've heard he said worse things about me and the president.
You don't take him seriously.
No, I do take him seriously. I'm told that he believes that you are a real threat to national security.
Did you set him straight?
Well, no need. He knows what I think. He knows. And the president feels the same way. We trust you.
Do you believe what Hoover is saying about Mr. Levinson? This man is my friend, my family's friend, has been for 5 years. This man has helped us. He has advised us on our legal rights. This man is helping Negroes.
Why don't you let Mr. Levinson speak for himself?
What Martin is saying is true. I have made my advice available to him. I've raised funds for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference. I have been with the Negroes when it mattered. Now, you name some other white men who can make that statement.
I know all this. Hoover says that you're a communist. Why? Why does he say that you're a communist?
Go on. Say it. Are you a communist?
I have never been a communist. You asked Harry Belafonte about me, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Hoover is just trying to discredit the movement.
Yeah, suppose he leaks what he claims to be evidence of your communist sympathies.
I have no communist sympathies, Mr. Kennedy.
What do Negroes want with communists?
You appreciate the damage that will be done if you are tainted? The damage to the civil rights legislation that we all want? That I support, that the president supports?
You know, Hoover is a very powerful man. Smears, innuendos, leaks, whispers. Now, that sort of stuff can damage all of us. But ultimately, it can damage what's really important, what is right, and that's Martin's cause. So who's going to control Hoover?
That is a problem. Believe me.
Not one that can be overcome. The FBI.
I wish that I could say that it was a problem that could be overcome. The Kennedys support you. What we must do now is try to stop the violence. I'm going to try. So help me God. I promise.
Hey, go home! This is my hometown,
Say, everybody, could you just listen for a moment? This man has come all the way down here from Washington, and he's now. Wait a minute, just listen. Just listen. Just listen. Now, Mr. Siegenthaler here knows that we have been under siege. Will you let him speak? Okay? Mr. Siegenthaler?
We'll escort you in safety to the airport.
We want to ride, and we're going to ride, okay? That's what we want, right?
I know what you want. I want what you want, too. Above all, I want your safety. Now, I will fly with you. I'll fly out of here with you. And we'll leave peacefully, okay?
Where to, man? Fly where?
New Orleans, or else?
Or else. We are not any of us going to get out of here alive. Now, let's go. We have got to get out of this hell.
I repeat, I am going to escort you out of here. We'll fly to New Orleans. And I will return to see the Greyhound bus to safety. There's been enough violence. I have instructions to see there'll be no more.
Do something about them out there.
I will not have a bus ordered out of here by the Attorney General's sidekicks. Do the people have a voice? Hear me. Do they have a voice? Is that the call? Mr. Attorney General, if one federal marshal sets foot in Alabama, there will be blood in the streets.
If the force of law has to be applied, it will be. You understand?
As governor.
Now, I know you're the governor, John, and I know that you've been avoiding my calls. Now, I know that you don't like what's going on down there. Well, neither do I, and neither does the president.
Mr. Attorney General, I am not used to being talked to like this.
Well, then listen some more. If the force of law has to be applied, it will be applied. I take responsibility.
You do?
I do. And I will see that it comes down across the heads of all those who break the law. I want no violence. I insist you do as I say. Now, find Mr. Siegenthaler. Tell him to go to Montgomery. The president... Yeah, find the president. All right, let me talk to him. All right, fine, then I'll go to the White House. Governor, I'm going to speak to the president.
Hoover's pushing for increased surveillance on Levinson.
Why?
Because he thinks that Levinson's a communist.
Is he?
I'm certain he's not.
Well, then it can't do much harm, have his phones bugged. After all, Levinson is only a conscientious lawyer with Negro sympathies.
But I wish that I could warn him that he's being bugged.
No, don't do that, Bobby. Just let it be.
I just feel that Hoover's out to wreck any progress with the Negro. He's determined to get King's neck.
And mine.
And he wants to precipitate a kind of fury. Wish he had fired that man at the start.
You know why I didn't?
I know.
Couldn't. Can't. All right. Let's pursue Hoover. Let's find out if there really is anything on Levinson. If there is not, it would damage Hoover because his own people will have made a serious mistake. I'd still like to rake Hoover over the coals. You never know, he might even resign.
We might put the screws into him yet.
Let's give it a try.
That bus will find no driver. No driver. Do you hear me?
No bus.
No bus. Those niggers will stay there. The people will show them that they can't parade themselves taunting the law. But if it's violence they want, good men will show it to them. They won't find one single employee to drive the bus. Any bus. Agitators, communists. Why does no one listen? They will. Oh, they will.
Well, I can't help what the Women's Christian Temperance Union says. I mean, no booze, Jack, that's ridiculous.
Well, we have to serve liquor on every occasion.
I've already had a word about that with the staff here and with your people.
What kind of word?
Well, I just told them if there was any person of means who was interested in making a nice gift to the White House, perhaps they could make it liquor. That's what I said.
And who did you say this to?
Kenny O'Donnell. We can economize if you want. If people here don't finish their wine or their brandy, I'm sure we can get the butlers here to pour it back into the bottles. Mr. West, you would oblige us, I suspect. I mean, no one is going to sue the White House because